Just in Case Private Eye, Episode 1. Lady Killers. Original air date, May 25th, 2025. Runtime, 25 minutes. Platform hamiltonradio.net. Written and produced by Steve Tobis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steve Tobis, and I'm proud, honored, and more than a little humbled to be here with you as the creator and writer of the Just in Case series, which you'll be hearing right here on the Hamilton Radio Mystery Theater every Sunday night. Now, since this is our premiere show, I wanted to step out from behind the computer and take a moment to speak to you directly, not just as a storyteller, but as a fellow traveler on this strange and wonderful journey we call life. First of all, let me thank you. Yes, you. The one listening in your kitchen, your car, maybe curled up on the couch with a cup of tea or a stiff drink, for tuning in. Whether you're a fan of classic noir, a sucker for a good mystery, or just happened to stumble onto this station by chance, you're here now. And that means the world to me. Just in Case isn't just a gumshoe in a trench coat. He's a part of me. He's the voice in my head when the world gets dark and complicated. He reminds me, and I hope he reminds you, that there's always another clue to find, always another truth to uncover, and always a reason to keep going. So tonight, as we dim the lights, cue the jazz, and step back into the smoky alleys of the 1940s-50s, I want to welcome you to this world we've built. A world of crooked deals, femme fatales, lost causes, and just maybe, redemption. Whether you're tuning in for mystery, for nostalgia, or for a little escape from the noise of the day, you've come to the right place. Thank you for listening, for believing. Now pour yourself a drink, lean in close, and let's get to the good part. Just in Case, Private Eye is on the air.
Don't touch that dial. You have arrived to the Hamilton Radio Mystery Theater, where murder and mystery lurk in the shadows.
Tonight on Hamilton Radio Mystery Theater presents the season premiere of Just in Case Private Eye and the Lady Killers. A tale where trust is fatal and the past never stays buried.
He walks where the shadows linger, with a coat full of secrets and a hand on the trigger. Heart's been broken, case files thicker, and he's in search of the lady killer. She smiled like sin in a crimson dress, but left behind more than just a mess. He lit a smoke, then said with a shiver, I've seen killers, but never a lady like her.
It was the kind of day that sank into your bones. Business was dead. Coffee colder. And then...
Are you Mr. Just in Case, the private detective? My name is Valerie Hart.
You found him, Ms. Hart. Step into my office. Oh, and watch out for the roaches, they crunch.
It's my sister, Kathy Hart. She's dead. And the police. They're saying it was a robbery gone wrong, but I know better.
Kathy Hart, huh? You think the downtown boys in blue missed something?
Nothing was stolen, Mr. Case. Nothing at all. And Kathy, she was strangled, with a scarf I gave her for her birthday.
Some birthday gift. No signs of forced entry?
None. She must have let them in. She knew her killer.
Trust. The most dangerous weapon there is, and the most invisible. The address Valerie Hart gave Justin led to a crumbling apartment block, where the paint peeled and the walls whispered secrets.
Kathy Hart's place. Smells like dust and regret. Too neat for a robbery. Too cold for a home.
You're not the police.
And neither are you. So, Buster, care to open up?
What's it to ya? And who in Hell's Kitchen are you?
Let's just say someone in her family's sweating bullets.
I'm Alan Brody. Kathy and me, well, we were close. I just came to say goodbye.
By rifling through her drawers.
Someone had to clean up.
Funny. Valerie Hart said the same thing. Except she hired me just in case, private eye, instead of playing grave robber.
Valerie doesn't know everything, Case. Sometimes, sisters have secrets they keep from each other.
Yeah, and sometimes they die for 'em.
Brody had charm, the kind that oiled lies till they slid down easy. But Justin wasn't buying tonight. The precinct was a slab of concrete, sweat, and secrets. Cops pushing paper, crooks pushing luck, and Justin pushing buttons.
Detective Mallory, got a minute, or is this where you pretend not to see me again?
Case? Still poking around where you're not wanted?
Maybe. Maybe not. Kathy Hart. Name ring a bell?
Yeah, she's the stiff from that apartment robbery. What about her?
She wasn't robbed. No forced entry. No valuables missing. And strangled with a scarf.
I read the report. Still looks domestic. Maybe a lover's spat gone wrong.
Remember Gavin Lee? Why was his name in her phone records?
Gavin Lee? That case is dead and buried. Rich kid goes missing. High society throws a tantrum. We never found him. At this point, pretty much a cold case, no leads.
Or someone made sure you didn't.
Back off, Case. You're not even on the force anymore.
That's what makes me dangerous. No leash, no rules.
Mallory always did hate loose ends, but this one had a noose waiting at the other end, and Justin was starting to see who tied the knot. Justin followed a hunch straight into the Bourbon Note, a smoky little joint where dames dropped their pasts like empty glasses, and mugs came to drown guilt in gin. He wasn't there for the music. He was chasing shadows. But what he found hit harder than a gut punch in an alley. Valerie swore Kathy was dead. Cold, gone, buried. But there she was, center table, laughing like a debutante, breathing like nothing happened, and lying like it was second nature.
You always liked this place, Alan.
Only when I'm here with you, Kathy.
Well, well, well. Go figure Kathy Hart alive and whispering sweet nothings with the guy who came to say goodbye. This case just turned inside out.
She looked happy, or at least good at pretending. But death doesn't fake a smile, unless someone's playing for keeps.
Kathy Hart, thought you were busy being dead.
Oh my. Mr. Case, I didn't expect to see you here.
That makes two of us.
Easy, Case. This isn't the place.
It wasn't the place for a murder either, but here we are.
I can explain, but not now.
Sure, sister, sit tight for now. You got some explaining to do. You're supposed to be dead, Kathy. Start talking, or I start dragging.
I didn't want to disappear, but I had to. Someone was after me. I got a call, said I was next.
And that body they found in your apartment, that wasn't you?
No, it wasn't.
Then who the hell was it?
I don't know. I didn't go there that night. I swear. Kathy was supposed to be out of town. It wasn't supposed to...
Wasn't supposed to be who, Brody?
She was just someone I knew. A friend. Needed a place for a night or two.
You told me it was your boss's niece.
Friend, niece, liar. Doesn't matter now. She's dead, Brody. In your girlfriend's apartment, in your girlfriend's bed.
I didn't mean for any of this. I didn't think she'd be...
No one thinks, Brody. That's the problem. They lie, they cheat, then they mourn the wrong girl.
Wrong dame, wrong night, right address, and someone with the right motive made sure the lights went out.
It was Valerie. She knew. She knew about Alan, about the calls from Gavin. She warned me.
And then told me you were dead.
Because I was supposed to be.
The music stopped. So did the lies. And for the first time, I saw fear. Not on Kathy's face, but Alan Brody's. By morning, the sky had stopped pretending. So had the lies. It was time for Valerie Hart to speak. Or sink.
Open up, Valerie. I've got questions. And a corpse dressed in your sister's life.
You weren't supposed to find her. Not like that.
Then how? Wrapped in velvet, boxed in gilt?
Kathy was going to go public. About Gavin, about everything. She didn't care who she burned, me included.
So you lit a fire under her? Gave her address to someone who wanted her quiet?
I never meant for anyone to die. I thought if they rattled her, she'd back off. But she wasn't home.
And someone else was?
I didn't know Alan had someone else staying there. I didn't think.
You just helped tie the knot in the scarf, Valerie. Doesn't matter who stopped breathing.
Confession isn't truth. It's just noise after the bang. And we hadn't heard the last shot yet. Let's rewind. Back to the park. Back to the moment Kathy Hart stopped being a bystander and started being a survivor. Kathy made the call before sundown. Told Gavin she was done. Said she'd meet him in the park one last time. She thought she was ending a relationship. Instead, she set off a chain reaction.
Hello?
Gavin, I need to see you. Midtown Park. Tonight. Is over. I'm done being your errand girl.
Hello.
Valerie, I'm meeting Gavin. Midtown Park. Fountain. He's dangerous. I can feel it. Please, just be nearby. I need you.
Okay, sis. I'll get there as fast as I can.
But someone else heard about the meeting. Valerie. And Valerie didn't want loose ends. She gave Gavin Kathy's address, hoping he'd stop the threat before it spoke.
Gavin, I told you. This ends tonight. I'm not doing your errands anymore.
You're supposed to be dead.
What did you say?
You think you can just quit? You know too much.
Let go of me. Oh God, I didn't mean...
Kathy, I got here as fast as I could. Are you okay? What happened?
He attacked me. I panicked. I stabbed him.
Okay, breathe. You did what you had to. Now listen, you need to leave right now.
But the blood, the body.
I said go now.
Yes?
Alan, Midtown Park. Bring the car. No questions.
Alan Brody didn't ask questions. Not out loud. When Valerie called, he came. And by morning, Gavin Lee had disappeared. Gavin was ash. And Kathy's name was just another ghost riding the wind. The city looked small from up on the rooftop garage. But guilt? Guilt echoes loudest at the top. Brody tried to clean his trunk, erase his trail. But Justin found what he missed: blood, fibers, and a look in his eyes that told me everything.
Nice view, Brody. Shame about what's hiding in your trunk.
What the hell are you talking about?
You can steam it clean, sure. Twice even. But blood's like regret. Sinks in deep. And bleach? Smells like panic. And I saw it. Red thread caught in the corner. Cashmere, maybe. Same shade as that scarf Kathy always wore.
You're bluffing.
I don't bluff, sweetheart. I observe. I connect dots. And you two? You connected them with a corpse and a lie. You remember her, don't you?
You helped her, Alan. You helped her move him.
The ghost walked out of the shadows, soaked in rain, but alive. Not a memory, not a rumor, but the truth in the flesh, and ready to speak for herself.
And now you're both standing here like the past won't come calling. But guess what? I just answered the door.
Alan Brody, Valerie Hart, police! Hands where I can see them!
You hear that? That's the sound of the truth catching up, and it brought friends with badges.
No one escapes gravity forever. And tonight, the fall wasn't from the roof. It was from grace. By morning, the storm was over, but the damage was done. The lies were peeled back, like an onion, layer by layer, and all that remained was the cleanup. Detective Mallory showed up to Case's office with a couple of fresh hot coffees.
Morning, Mallory. What's that? Your way of saying, thanks for clearing a couple of cases for you. Here's a tip. They usually buy me a steak dinner at Flanagan's.
Valerie cracked. Said she never meant for Gavin to die, just to scare Kathy off. Apparently Gavin had leverage on her. Old letters, names, a ledger she signed years back.
And when Kathy fought back and Gavin ended up dead, she saw her way out. Make Kathy disappear. Let the wrong girl take the fall. Clean slate.
Brody confessed too. Said he didn't go to Kathy's apartment to say goodbye. He went there to get rid of anything that proved someone else had been staying there.
Wipe the prints, flush the perfume, hide the lipstick and shoes. Make sure the dead girl looked like Kathy, not like the one he was cheating with.
And Gavin's body?
East Side incinerator. Off the books. Valerie drove, Brody loaded. By the time the morning papers hit the stands, Gavin was smoke.
No headlines, no memorials, just a quiet file, marked closed. Kathy safe, Gavin gone, and two people who burned everything, except their conscience.
Funny thing about smoke, Mallory, it fades, but the stink, that lingers.
In this town, justice doesn't come easy. But sometimes, if you follow the fibers, you find the knot. And sometimes, just sometimes, you get to pull it loose. Tonight's case is closed. But in a city like this, justice never sleeps. And neither does Just In Case. You've been listening to Just In Case, The Lady Killers, presented by Hamilton Radio Mystery Theater. Starring Just In Case as himself, Holly Wood as Valerie Hart, Clairvoyant as Kathy Hart, Neil Down as Alan Brody, and Al Beback as Detective Mallory. Theme music created by Stevie T. Tonight's episode was written by Steve Tobis. Creative consultant Marshall Cohen. Produced by Tobiz Studio Productions. Please tune in next week as we delve into another exciting story from the files of Just In Case, Private Eye.
I wasn't always a private eye. I started my career as a cop and worked my way up to captain of homicide. But then one day, everything in my life changed, and it wasn't a change for the good. I'll see you all next week for Just In Case Private Eye and the next episode called Origins, the beginning, where murder becomes very personal, and a career change is in the cards.
This presentation is protected by U.S. and international copyright laws. Reproduction and distribution of this presentation without the written permission of the sponsor or creator are prohibited. Copyright 2025. Toby's Studio Productions.
I hope you enjoyed our first show as much as I enjoyed creating it. This wouldn't have happened without the people who helped bring it to life, because nothing meaningful is done alone. To Joel Emil and Gino Piero, thank you for believing in this story and in me, and for giving it a place to grow. To my amazing wife, Kathy, thank you for your patience, your love, and for smiling through the late nights, muttered dialogue, and endless cups of coffee. You've supported me every step. To Marshall Cohen, my creative consultant and best friend of over 50 years, you've always challenged me to dig deeper, write sharper, and never forget the heart. I owe you more than I can say. And to Alan Kaufman, our sponsor and owner of Dr. Flea's International Flea Market, thank you for being there from the beginning. We go back over 50 years, but that story's for another day. Thanks for listening, and for giving this old writer a reason to keep dreaming. See you next week.